Alrighty, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Alright, car's moving just fine. Background noise is playing. Mic's being picked up just A-okay. Got my friends next to me. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
How are you?
Both of them are moving just fine. Alright, everything's A-okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mattoon Corner. I'm your host, Mattoon, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing
I
well.
like how you say corner.
What's wrong? What's wrong if I say corner? Hello, everyone.
Because you
Welcome to
don't
the
say corner, you're like corner.
Corner. I'm saying corner. I say it funny. I kind of
You know
like
what
eat.
else?
I kind of like eat. Oh god. I kind of like eat the O and the R together. So corner.
Corner. Sorry, I interrupted.
And Attain Lumity. Thank kindly for the follow. First thing of stream. I hardly got to give my introduction. Yeah, hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Another day in our grind. As you can all see by the name of today's stream, we're doing a bit of Arn today. Hello there. We're working on this OC piece of mine I've been chipping away at.
You wouldn't happen to be an Owl House fan, would you?
Well, yeah, I would expect that, even though your name is Lumity.
That's the joke.
Hehe, we. Very fair. Now then, I had planned just getting Fruitus.
It's gonna be a cat fight tonight. In the moonlight.
I had an idea for one.
Let's fight. Beat down tonight. So.
There's some tweaks there because the flipping horizontally is a pain in the behind. I cleaned some of the horizontal composition with these two. I was like, it's a fun little contrast. I'll do the same for background.
That actually gives Arthur more room, which is good.
Exactly the plan.
It's so weird calling him Arthur. I want to say Miles so bad.
I knew him after he became Arthur, so.
It's easy for Crystal because because she's a new Gen Mattoon fan.
Yeah, this OC has been like a part of my brain space since like fucking like 2019. Was it 2019 or was it 2020?
Around 2019, yeah. I think we met around 2018ish. We were recently befriending each other around 2019, I mean.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
Mutuals in 2018 and talking in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
When did we when I commissioned you first, Matt?
Let me see the file. Actually, hold on.
You can literally check.
Yeah. Yeah, randomly this hidden ability profile messages me. Offers to pay off my entire credit card.
Yes, I get it. It's fucking a little weird. Fuck you.
February 2024. We've known each other for 2 years now.
Yep.
2 years and a month. Hey, did I ever tell you my favorite song in New Vegas is "Ain't That a Kick in the Head"? Hey, nice. Huh? You know, surprisingly
Got a
flipping
kick in the head.
surprisingly flipping the canvas didn't make it look that bad. Maybe being better at that.
I've been trying to flip the canvas less. I used to kind of flip it aggressively all the time.
I never flipped the
Just
canvas.
flipping their canvas takes up it takes up so much time that you could be using to draw your drawings at a slant.
True. Yeah, like even though like flipping it isn't bad, but Arthur here came out a bit weird because Arthur came out a bit rougher. That's fine. I think it wasn't like super pleased with this thing either, because it is kind of a harder. Yeah, this is how I think Arthur in this piece in general I've been struggling with. That was a Matt Clock's a fool in the head joke. Well, it's not really a fool. It's Arthur. Well, I guess you can call him a fool. Thank you, Lunatic. That's the second Death Blast already, and we're not even 5 minutes in.
He's been made a fool in this image.
Because we need to bring down the cool guy in order for this fucking stupid clown.
And you know what you can do? You can do a follow-up of this image, and then do another follow-up of this image, and then you can compile them all together and have the world's least efficient comic.
The thing, my original idea for Arthur was a lot larger. I just kind of ended up shrinking him down, mostly to kind of match with some of the references I had.
Oh, you mean like in this picture?
Yes,
I
in
thought
this
you were
picture.
just trying to like make him bigger in general.
What? No, I mean like
I
in this thing,
think-
like in one of the okay, the big thing I ended up using was an old Flash animation Sonic Flash animation I saw, Nazo Unleashed, where like this big drop kick from the sky. And yeah, the character who gets drop kick, he's not very much in frame because he's getting his head blown into the ground.
So I think my argument is that this is not a frame of animation. This is not a comic panel. This is an illustration.
Okay.
That's it. That's the end of the sentence. And so I think treating it like it's not is wrong.
I'm just thinking you should try as an exercise, just try and like exaggerate big.
I just think you can, like, for instance, you can bring his shoulders up, you know, you can cheat one of his arms in frame. You can definitely have his sword in frame. You know, you can have it so that, like, he let go of his, like, he's holding up the sword and he let it go because, you know, he's currently in pain, you know? I think you can cheat more of Arthur into the frame without having to, like, move him, you know?
There's the earlier attempts I tried, which had more of him in
No,
frame.
what I'm saying is that, like, you don't need to redraw him, you don't need to do anything. I'm saying you can cheat his shoulder in frame, you can cheat his arm in frame with the drawing you already have. Because, like, look at the blank space that you have there, you know? You have more than enough space to add his arm. you
And now
know?
I feel I've cleared up a bit more space with moving things around. Alright, give me a minute. I'll think of something.
Yeah.
Shit on his legs.
What?
On Matthew's legs. What was that shit on there?
What do you mean?
Looks like something's like stabbed into his like shin.
What? Oh no, this is just me.
Oh, I think it's his shoelaces.
Oh,
The
yeah,
other
these are
one.
These things?
What? No, fuck. 1 second.
Right here?
Circle it.
1 second. I'm circling. Sorry, no. I fucking. 1 second. I put it in voice. It looks like some shit's like stabbed
Yeah.
into his shin.
No, top one is the top one is. That's just his shoe.
Oh, yeah, no, that's his other-
his
That's
shoe.
his other
and-
foot.
Yeah, that's just the
Oh,
foot and
okay.
shoe. God dang it! Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, minimizing the screen. My bad. The reason why it's like a big blotch of red, I was kind of like planning out where I want like these speed lines to be, more or less.
Yeah.
Which is which is honestly something I've been worried about how I'm gonna plan on doing that. Those tests are one thing, but applying that to like a large scale thing is gonna be a bit more difficult. We'll see how
Last
that goes.
time I got to try something like this was a thumbnail for Cook, and I kind of chickened out on like going harder. I was like, I'm always trying to pick my battles when it comes to like commission work, and so as I was doing it, I kind of wimped out on going further. I feel like it's like, it's there's a half-hearted vibe to it that like I'm not a fan of. And then I'll put it in voice. But I was like, I feel like I didn't commit to it being in motion, so there's just kind of a weird random smear that doesn't quite feel like it belongs because of that.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Oh,
The
the voice?
last time I drew a smear,
Hey, nice.
a motion line. Like I said, there's something half-hearted about it that I don't like.
See, y'all actually can like do smears and fucking like motion lines and shit.
You drop punches just fine. Don't give me that.
Oh, don't even start, motherfucker.
Can I
You
see
literally
you?
draw
Can I see
boxing
this, though?
characters for a living. This is you're good. You're good at drawing punches. Not starting anything. I'm saying inject a fact.
Crystal, can I see?
trying to-
Can I see? Please?
I'm trying to
Please?
find
Please?
like an actual example. Give me a sec.
Yes. Show me. Show me. There's like arms out. I'm like, gimme, gimme, gimme. What is the video essay of the day, Matt?
I don't have anything on the background right now, actually.
Are you just sitting in silence?
Yes, actually.
I actually like how I fucking did it on that last one. The actual like fucking bigger outline. It's like smeared. I should try that more often, honestly.
And I've been playing because my video essay was paused. I just have Kira TV and a playlist looping in the background. Kira TV is like a guy who goes through like MMO scams, Kickstarter scams and stuff, you know.
Oh. I think these look great.
What should I do? Fucking, I always feel like I'm fucking up on the actual like smear motion stuff.
When was the last time I drew
think
Arthur's
I think
sword?
the second one is probably the most difficult one to do because like it's like an implied like repeated punch, you know, whereas like the other two are just like a pah, you know. I like the uppercut the most for sure.
It's been a while since I've drawn Arthur's sword. I'll simplify this a little.
One. I honestly, on the third one, I like how I did the fucking like the outlines color being the actual smear color.
Yes, that's the coolest part for sure.
You want to try that more often if I were to use?
I think maybe something I like about the first one that I probably like to see in the other ones is that like a little bit of like impact on the victim of the punching, you know?
The what, like the little like fucking yellow thing, like fucking.
Yeah, like a little impact mark on like where they got hit, you know? I think that's all like I would say that you should do.
Yeah, I've been adding these little like fucking like. I don't know what to call them, but fucking.
The effects,
Yeah,
I
know what
suppose.
you're saying.
I don't know.
You fucking see them. Matt fucking sees them. I don't need to fucking.
Yeah.
Like I did a fucking similar thing on this commission.
Yeah, see, there we go. The glass is flying off, oh no.
It's a bit closer to what I had in mind, is he?
Yeah. See, like I said, there's a way that you can like pull his arms into this image, you know.
Yeah. Nah, I do think it'd be cool if you could fucking just like if you ever need to just like exercise and do the Lero C's, just try to do some more exaggeration just for like one pick.
And what do you mean by exaggeration? You mean like foreshortening, that kind of stuff? Exaggerated like angle?
No, I mean like fucking I need to see a world where fucking like Arthur and Matthew don't have the exact same fucking build.
That's fair.
Oh well, that's more of like a design thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Just like it's like a fucking like design practice thing, just for fun.
That's fair. I gotta drop Peter again, to be honest, too. He's gonna be like a big stocky book fellow. He was supposed to be. Obviously, that didn't really come across very well.
Like you fucking strip Matthew and fucking Arthur. You just put bags over their heads. I can't fucking tell them apart.
Yeah, I know that Arthur is supposed to be like taller and buffer than like Matthew is. But I think Arthur tends to get like shrunken a little bit just via being out of practice drawing him.
For the most part, yeah, I can admit that.
You
Yeah.
you try and make Arthur like a lot visibly bigger than the others. Honestly, it feels like that seems to be like his shtick, his niche.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't want him to be like, I don't want him to look like a brick shit house, basically. You know?
No, he's a young man, you know? He's not supposed to be like a big fucking burly dude, you know?
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like, I understand what you guys are saying, but I feel like if I were to make a big like a buffer character, I'd go more like how do I explain this? I try to shoot for more like
exaggerate the difference between their body types. You know,
Yeah.
like for instance, like there's a greater gap between like Max and Arthur, because like Max is not only is he's the shortest, but also he's like the thinnest.
yeah. I make a
know?
point. I made a point to make Max look like a bit skinnier than you are too.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
he's
fine.
a small lad.
I don't know. I've been playing too much Frick Bears and the way they fucking like exaggerate the different animatronics and shit. It's like fucking done something to my brain basically. And just the guard designs in general. Like let me grab the fucking like art.
You know, I'm guilty of the same thing. I think it's just like being out of practice of drawing your own OCs. It happens. You wouldn't think it would, given that they're your own thing. Like one thing that I battle with is that like I always like make Silver like I give she's not thin enough. I always have to like go back and make her thinner and make her thinner and make her thinner, and I just like I always forget, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
I never draw her the way that I mean to, you know.
Even me, sometimes I end up drawing Layla a bit bustier than she's supposed to be.
Mhm. And it's just like you just forgot, you know.
You need to make her a fucking like a leg heavy bitch.
Yeah.
Accentuate that fucking hair. But like fucking like these goddamn designs did something to my brain, and then like I want to try and like fucking like more exaggerate how I draw like normal human shit.
Frick Bear
Really
designs
give me a
are pretty
number.
good.
On how tall Matthew is, like what? How tall is he?
Oh, he's up
Because
mid.
I can't tell actually.
I'm not very good with exact heights. On the height chart, he's meant to be like a little shorter than, right in between Max and Arthur, basically.
How tall are you? And do you think Matthew would be taller or shorter than you?
I am 5'8". So
5'8". And do you think is Matthew taller or shorter than you?
I think he'd be around my height, honestly.
Okay then, so then he's about 5'8".
One.
Yes, I get it. I like the point.
One.
I should be fucking like getting on you about this so early in the stream. We still got so much more to fucking nag you out.
Makes you feel any better? I also make the same joke. One. It's less you and more than brainworms, actually. Just the fucking.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's me, the devil.
Matt, I'm sorry you like Sonic and this is just like an easy joke.
You're fine.
Y'all can make fun of me for being a homestuck all you want. That's my fucking. I like cringe shit all the time.
I don't have any Homestuck jokes locked and loaded. I kind of
Exactly, but,
appreciate
like,
Homestuck a little too much.
Oh, you're well read.
I am not actually. I tried reading Homestuck and then okay, so I always have to like retell this. There's a part like right after like you first meet the trolls
Yeah.
where there's like a time like thing with Terezi where you're literally jumping around like old pages, and I got lost. I got lost in this like weird like time jump thing, and I lost my place in the story, and I couldn't find where I was in the
Wait.
like the archives, so I was forced to stop reading because I just couldn't find where I was, and I was like,
Like,
there's already so
Act
many
6 where,
chapters
like,
in, and I
fucking,
was like, it just wasn't worth it.
like, Act 6 when Terezi sends, like, John or whatever to go back and, like, to old pages and shit.
Was that it? I just know it was Terezi and then going back in old pages.
Yeah, no, that was near the end of Act, like, 6, like, when after Game Over, when everything's fucked, and then, like, fucking Terezi sends John back to go do the retcons.
I think so. Nobody had died or anything. Oh, well, I mean, like, fucking Tavros died, you know, but
Okay,
I don't think
I
anyone
think I see what...
had, like, leveled up or anything. You know what I mean?
Okay, no, I think I see what happened. So, fucking, in the comic, like, fucking... See, I don't think you're supposed to, like, go into those, like, fucking, like, time travel pages yet, because you hadn't gotten to that point in the story.
I just, you know, I was trying to read normally, and then I'm like, whoa, I'm back. What happened? Oops. I wasn't trying to get lost in time physically.
You're fine, you're fine. It's this weird fucking
But that's
thing.
as far as I got into Homestuck, and I kind of have not. I don't have the heart to revisit it.
You're fine.
I was like, that's enough. I was like, I've been kicked out of Homestuck.
If it makes you feel any better, the fucking it didn't end well, anyways.
Oh no.
And now it's shambling corpse still fucking asking for change.
Like, timey-wimey bullshit kind of makes me mad anyway.
You would have not liked Homestuck.
I just like I wanted to, like I seen the characters everywhere, and I really just wanted to know who they were, and I did like them. I did really like the first kids and the trolls. I did enjoy them greatly.
Oh, you liked most of the trolls?
Yes. At least the first batch of them, yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Sorry.
My favorite were Karkat and Gamzee.
Oh, you liked Gamzee.
I don't like the sound of that.
He's just a weird clown man. He didn't really do much.
You were really weren't around, okay.
You know, he didn't do anything. Like, he was just
You
kind of
really
like,
didn't get
lol, I'm a
that far,
clown, and I was
okay.
like, oh, haha, you're a clown.
Yeah, you really did not get far in Act 5, huh?
I don't think so. I remember Vriska killing Tavros. That was
Oh, you were
fucked
almost
up.
there, actually, then. Goddamn. Yeah, you were almost there when everything like hit the fan in the troll like meteor thing.
Yeah, didn't they lose the game?
Well, I mean, technically they did win Sagrub and they made the universe, but then there's this whole fucking thing, and then don't worry about it.
Oh, they won? I thought they lost.
I mean, like, fucking winning the game still fucking, like, blows up the world or whatever, like, their world.
It blows up the world either way? I thought
Yes.
Oh, man, I guess I didn't understand what was going on.
No, it always makes the apocalypse. The whole thing is making a new universe.
What was the
Who made this game?
Sagittarius guy?
It's
What was
not a
his
game.
name?
What?
What was the name of the Sagittarius guy?
Oh, Equius?
Equius. I did not like Equius. I think he was my least favorite. He was just kind of a weirdo. And he was like creeping on a rod the whole time.
Yeah, he's a weird fucking thing. I don't know.
He was sweaty.
I
All I remember about him is he was creepy and sweaty.
I blissfully stay unaware of that. I blissfully ignore that while I just think the Meow Rails are cute. Fuck you.
They were funny.
Fucking
Like,
him and
seahorse
Nepeta
things.
are fun.
Yes. My friend who was into Homestuck, she is a Leo, and she heavily is like, I am Nepeta, she is me! She's me!
Nepeta is a
Except
very
for she was
popular
like,
character.
I'm not that big into shipping, though, which is kind of funny.
Nepeta is a really popular character, which is kind of funny considering Hussey didn't want her to be, basically.
It's kind of like Gur being popular. It's like, there he is, he's the cute little mascot guy. He's popular whether you want him to be or not.
The thing about fucking Homestuck, like specifically the trolls, is that about like 3.5 of them matter, and then the rest are just there for gags and getting jokes and shit.
Is it
So fuck you if you gave a shit about Gamzee, because he's gonna be the murder clown, and then he's gonna fucking not matter for the rest of the thing.
Oh no. I mean, my favorite was Karkat for sure, and I know that he's pretty relevant.
Oh, he's relevant in that he's not dead, and then they threaten to give him like any sort of focus or arc or anything.
No,
He was the only troll to get him.
getting over his like blood racism, not blood racism, but like the discrimination and him feeling bad about it. Did that never like?
No,
go
it
through?
never.
Did
And now he just sort of learns to fucking just
his
live with
blood
being a
color
piece
for the
of
rest
shit.
of his life.
You want to know the ending of Karkat's whole thing? He just learns to be a fucking loser, basically.
No. Oh.
He learns that he is not a leader. He learns that he is fucking like he's basically just fucking just sit there, shut up, and be an okay friend.
To translate a little bit, Matt, the trolls in Homestuck, they're aliens, right? And they have a caste system based on blood color. And so, like, Karkat's whole thing is that he had, not only did he have, like, is he, like, the lowest on the, like, hemo spectrum, but, like, he's, like, mutated to be even lower than low. Like, he has, like, this unusual, like,
He has
cherry
bright
red
candy
blood. Yeah. So he's, like, worse than garbage, essentially.
Poor guy. And they don't do anything with that plot, do they?
Not
No,
really.
apparently not. Especially because he had a moment with Jack where, like, Jack shows him the color of his blood, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So, like, he
Doesn't matter.
gets to learn, like, because Jack wasn't even a
Yeah.
troll.
Doesn't fucking matter. Do you want more Vriska?
Oh god, Vriska did nothing wrong. I know that meme.
You and I know that one.
God.
How do you feel about Vriska, Crystal?
I hate her. I don't like her. I don't like. I think she should have stayed as just one of the 3 fucking like troll villain things that happened. Fucking.
What does she do after she fucking murders the Tavros for no reason?
So you don't care about spoilers, do you?
No, I'm not revisiting Homestuck, and I'm definitely not
So,
gonna watch that animated show they're making.
So the original fucking like ending of fucking everything, basically. Well, originally how the rest of the meteor goes in broad strokes. Fucking after Vriska kills Tavros, and then fucking like afterwards Aridin, you know the fucking Aquarius guy.
Yeah.
He says that fucking we're fucked. Jack is gonna murder us. I'm gonna go join forces with him, basically.
No.
And then fucking like he basically like, loses his shit, and then fucking he kills Feferi, and he fucking kills the egg that Kanaya had that was gonna like repopulate troll society or whatever the fuck. Fucking like he almost kills Solix, and then fucking blows a hole in Kanaya.
What the hell?
And then after that, fucking Gamzee fucking he gets fucking message from Dave. And fucking, like, Dave, like, basically just starts fucking with him, and he sends him ICP and shit, and just, like, calls him a fucking asshole freak, basically. You know, basic Dave shit.
Yes.
And
Dave
Gamzee, throughout this whole thing on the Meteor, he hasn't been able to get his, like, dumb, like weed pies. You know, the sofa pies.
Oh, I forgot that he was fucking high all the time.
Yeah, no, so yeah, he's fucking stone sober at this point, sees the ICP, realizes his whole fucking religion is a joke, and then realizes all of his friends treat him like a joke. And then he fucking, like, goes back into what a high blood should be, and he just fucking goes off the deep end.
Oh, that's what fucking evil Gamzee is?
That's what sober Gamzee is, yes, that is what...
Oh, it's sober Gamzee.
He's acting like how an actual high blood should, which is like a fucking big old fucking like murder clown, basically, in their stupid murder clown religion.
Matt, do you know what the Insane Clown Posse is?
Can't say I do, no.
Are they a band?
They're a band, yes, they started the Juggalo subculture.
Yeah, so
That's the
in Homestuck, that's the trolls' religion. They're priests.
Specifically for Purple Bloods, yes.
Yeah.
It's the fucking subjugulators and shit. And yeah, he goes fucking insane. Fucking just goes off on the deep end, and then fucking like... He scares the shit out of Karkat. Karkat tells fucking Equius to go look for him. Gamzee kills Equius and Nepeta.
Yikes!
And then fucking then yeah, so yeah, we got Vriska who killed Tavros, Aridin who killed fucking Fairy, and fucking like 2 other people, and fucking Gamzee who fucking killed those 2. And those 3 fucking like they were about to do like this big villain showdown, and then fucking Kanaya comes back because she's a fucking rainbow drinker. She's a troll vampire.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And then yeah, she comes in, she fucking she saws Aridin in half, and she fucking like incapacitates Vriska and Gamzee. And then fucking after that, some other bullshit happens. They try and regroup, resettle.
What's up with what's it? Isn't there like another set of characters who are like virtually identical to like the first set of like human kids who are actually also their parents / guardians?
Oh, the fucking I'll explain Scratch shit later, but fucking after the 3-time showdown, they resettle, everything's good. Gamzee gets away, Vriska gets away, and then fucking afterwards, Vriska goes on about how she's gonna fucking go kill Jack. She's gonna go be the hero, and then Terezi's fucking like her and Terezi have this really cool moment. It's all this fucking bullshit. And then Terezi actually fucking just stabs her right in the fucking back.
Lol.
Kills Vriska. At least that's how it fucking should have been. But we'll get to that later. But fucking yeah. Everything's going crazy, and then we get the 5-time showdown with fucking Gamzee, Karkat, Kanaya, Terezi. Also, Solix is alive. He's like a weird half ghost. It's fucking. They don't explain it right. They don't explain it well either.
They don't explain anything well ever. Things are just happening. Things are always just happening.
Big 5-time showdown. Karkat gets to do the lime blood thing, and he calms down Gamzee, and fucking. And everything is about chill for the rest of the meteor trip until they get to the fucking.
Deep Homestuck lore here tonight, folks. Only the best content.
You don't get into Homestuck for the story. If you're into Homestuck for the story, I feel like you're in for a bad time.
So,
I
if you
try
want to
to get
about
into it for the characters, but it seems even that has gone awry.
So, if you want to know about the post-scratch shit, those set of kids. Basically, so you remember early on in the comic where John was fucking around with ectobiology and he made a bunch of babies or whatever?
That had relevance?
Yes, it did. So, the way ectobiology works is John took fucking DNA copies essentially of his grandma, Rose's mom, Dave's brother, and fucking Jade's grandpa. You're following so far?
Yeah.
So he gets the copies. He makes time baby clones of all Paradox clones of all 4 of them, and then he mixes up the DNA goop. So and then that mix makes the original 4 kids. So fucking John's grandma and Jade's grandpa DNA makes John and Jade, and then fucking the other 2.
Wasn't in that scene John had no idea what he was doing? He was just kind of like, "What does this button do?"
Essentially,
okay. There's a baby here now.
Essentially, yeah. But fucking yeah. So he sends all 8 babies on meteors down into fucking the timeline essentially, and they land in different points in time, and then they're paradox, close paradox. They fucking
weird.
That's how they were made. So what happens so fucking the whole thing of Suburb is that they make a new universe, right? So it's the post-scratch universe. And so in that universe, a lot of different things happen. One of the things that happens is that the meteors fall in different points in time. So fucking John, Jade, Rose, and Dave all fucking they land earlier, and then their ecto parents all land later. And that's why fucking that's how we get fucking Jane, John's grandma, fucking Roxy, Rose's mom, fucking Dirk, Dave's brother, and then fucking Jake, Jade's grandpa. And that's the post-scratch kids.
I have one last random question.
What's up?
Why is the Queen of Trolls Betty Crocker?
So the fucking whole thing with Condens is that Fuchsia Bloods, it's basically just like it's basically the Condens and then Fafari, who's the heiress, who's fucking like the whole fucking troll society. But fucking
the Fuchsia Bloods are like the actual royalty.
yeah. So fucking the Condens is not on Troll Planet a whole lot basically, so she just fucking goes and does like space conquering, like basic ass evil dictator shit.
Eh?
And in one of those places she conquered was fucking was Earth, essentially, in post-scratch time anyways. And instead of just being like full dictator shit, it's just like fucking like a weird like thing of just fucking like Betty Crocker specifically.
What does
Like
that
the
mean?
Betty Crocker is a funny brand for it to be. There's no specific reason for it.
So rather than taking over Earth, she started a brand of pre-made cakes and baked goods.
It's basically, yes, the front for fucking evil trollfish Hitler. Which does work.
What?
It does work. The whole fucking planet gets flooded in post-scratch world.
Do they sell Betty Crocker at your local grocery store, Matt? Did you know that Space Fish Hitler is Betty Crocker?
Betty Crocker doesn't exist here.
How dare.
Yeah, Jane's actually apparently fucking like a fucking thing for Betty Crocker, apparently.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wait, isn't Jane also Betty Crocker?
Yeah, she it's something to do with fucking like she's like at least like tangentially related to the company, and that's why she gets like all the Betty Crocker like bullshit. And
Betty
she also
Crocker.
and she also puts on the Betty Crocker crown and turns evil for a while. That doesn't really go anywhere, but it's something.
What the hell?
That's also why they make her into like a weird fucking like Trump XP in the fucking like epilogues, but we're not gonna talk about the epilogues. It's fucking bullshit.
Trump XP? What?
So yeah, in the epilogues, fucking Jane turns into like a weird president dictator thing, essentially. And she's like weirdly troll racist and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they fuck up basically everyone in the epilogues.
Oh my god.
Dirk becomes like a huge fucking like asshole, like meta textual like thing where he also like sort of represents the old fans who want like Homestuck to be like how it used to be instead of like all this meta bullshit. Jade becomes like weirdly like horny and baby crazy because she was so lonely on the island, and now that's like hitting now that she's an adult, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Maybe I'm with evil Dirk. Maybe Dirk has the right idea. Maybe we shouldn't make fun of him when he's right.
Oh my god. The epilogues in Homestuck 2 and everything, it fucking sucks and I don't like it. I don't want to go home.
When you have the bandwidth to read all of Homestuck, I can see it easier with like people who read it like when it was coming out. Is that what you did, or did you read it after the fact?
I was reading it a little bit before it ended, and then it ended while I was still in middle school, and I just sort of was playing catch up for a while.
Oh, okay, middle school, that makes more sense. Like, kids have all the time in the world to read Homestuck.
Yep.
Alright,
Middle and high school, basically.
This has been better than you had in mind, Jesse?
Yes, it's much better. Because before,
But
the way you had it is just his, like, head kind of just poking out from the bottom.
Sorry, I was fucking, like, yapping about Homestuck for, like, 20 minutes.
They're fine. It goes,
Like you were trying.
it's fine. Give me let me lock in. You guys got to entertain our viewers. All according to Keikaku.
Do you have something to yap about, Matt?
Off the top of my head, not really.
You tried to read Homestuck, didn't you? Didn't you mean to?
I mean to. I have the unofficial thing installed still. I just haven't got around to reading it. I haven't got around to reading a lot of webcomics, actually. I feel really bad about that.
I
Zach posted...
would say that in terms of, like, if you have other webcomics to read, you should keep Homestuck at the bottom of the list. Not only is it a massive investment of time, but I think I feel blessed of what, like, I managed to fall off of it, and you should just kind of allow yourself to fall off of Homestuck when it happens, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Hey,
Clearly, it doesn't
I-
end very well.
Hive Swap was pretty good. It was a pretty good jumping in point, but then they kind of forgot about Hive Swap, so fucking that's never getting resolved.
on top of
Oh,
my head,
the
like,
game?
Yep, Hive Swap the game. It was honestly a really good jumping in point, and then it never
What are you gonna say, Matt?
what pup?
I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're fine.
What other webcomics are on like your list?
Oh, in particular, I'm just gonna catch up with Irma and and they also read the newest chapter of Zach's new webcomic about that one about the East Asian god character. I mean to catch up with his new chapter came out, so I wanted to read that. But I've just been kind of busy.
Yeah, I read it. I already read it when he posted it.
Nice.
I need to catch up with like Phantom Marine. I have like a ton of like bookmarked things on to pass that I haven't read yet.
You call it the Paz? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't think so, actually.
I say tapas. I finished reading the Witch's Throne. What a Hero finally finished the series proper. It was nice to see the ending. You're working on a new webcomic too.
Oh yeah.
I highly recommend The Witch's Throne. The only thing is, it's paid. You have to like actually pay for the pages for things, which is understandable. He's actually like promoted by the website.
Ew.
I mean, you.
Ew.
I think it's worth it. He also sells like actual printed versions of the webcomic too, so that's neat.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds more worth my money. I'd rather do that than pay to read a page on a website.
That's fair. But yeah, to be honest, I can kind of tell the ending was a.
In Daimyo, where it's like you have to pay for each individual page. Just let me buy the whole thing. Fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. I will say I could kind of tell it felt a little rushed because he even admitted itself in conversation with me that he probably could have extended for another season because of how Tapas works with their seasonal structure. But he figured he'd been drawing that webcomic for years at this point. He wanted to move on to something else, which is completely understandable. He ended it in a way where like they can continue with he can like write more stories for the cast if he wants to, but the actual the plot of the comic is resolved. You know, the witch and the Witch's Throne, the story is over basically.
By the way, I mean its full name used to be like Tapastic, you know.
It was? Huh, I know that.
Yeah. Tapastic. Now, I thought it was supposed to like rhyme with fantastic, so I think that's why I pronounce it like to pass.
That's fair. Hey, sketch just about done then.
I think in terms of webcomics I've been reading against my will, like kind of Homestuck style, is like that's kind of me with Ava's Demon. I've been reading it since middle school, and I hate it. And I keep reading it because I just feel like I'm invested in it and I need to see where it goes, but I hate it. I hate it so much.
Ava's Demon. That one comes to mind. I think I remember. I feel like I've heard of it, but I never really sat down to read it.
Yeah, so like it's about this there's this race. Okay, so Space Hitler, right? Space Hitler going around taking over like other planets and stuff, and like literally like completely conquering, decimating, wiping out cultures. This one race of like aliens in their like last ditch effort to fight back had like it's hard to explain, like had cursed themselves to like incarnate into another like soul, like into another life, rather than being reborn. Their souls were like implanted into like someone else's body, so like sharing a body with like a different creature, you know. And so that's who Ava is Ava is a girl who got unlucky enough to have one of these aliens like incarnate with her. So now she just has this bitchy alien in her head that only she can see, you know, that she thought was a demon this whole time.
That's the name of the comic. Roll creds.
Yeah. And so Ava had to make a pact with her demon to finally like fight like Space Hitler and try to like get her kingdom back, the aliens. Her name is Raphia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a little bit. Be back later.
Okay, great.
Oh, good. Huh. I mean, that doesn't sound like the worst premise in the world.
It's not the premise that's wrong, it's the fact that this comic... Okay. It's drawn in Homestuck style. As in, like, not like the art itself, but like, you know how a Homestuck is like one panel, like almost like a storyboard?
Yeah.
That's how it is, and so it is the world's least efficient comic, especially because it is painted like Phantom Marine.
Huh.
Yeah, so each update takes a billion fucking years, because each fucking page is painted, but nothing happened! I've been reading this comic for like 14 years, and like, I think a week has passed, maybe? If I'm being generous, maybe a week has passed. I think really 3 days have passed.
In the entire plot.
In the entire plot, it's been like 3 days.
That sounds like torture.
It's torture, and I've showed it to you before. There was this one update where 9 pages were dedicated to the characters leaving a door.
Oh yeah, you showed me this before. I didn't.
Because
Oh.
it fucking drove me insane. I was like, what a waste of fucking time. You're gonna go through the effort of painting each individual page, and you paint the most stupid nonsense.
That's what we
It's like
call.
watching a movie in slow motion.
That's what we in the business call a big oof.
Oh my god. You feel like how actually impressed I am about it. It's so upsetting. And it's like, it's such a good premise. And like, anytime something cool does happen, it's like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm so glad I'm here. There's some portions that are like animated, and it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. Thank you for doing something. Things move so much faster when it's when it's actually like paced. I don't know. It's maddening. It's maddening. Nothing has ever drove me insane the way that Ava's Demon does, and I really want to just like never think about it again. But it's just like in my brain forever.
No getting it out.
I'm here forever.
I'm more surprised when I find like webcomics I read when I was younger still like active to an extent.
Really?
Like I remember when I was like around like 14 years old, I remember finding a webcomic called Elgunish Shive. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
No.
It was like this.
Man, I was reading what Cass said. Cass said the moment I heard hand-painted panels and 14 years going on, I knew exactly what comic you were talking about.
Yeah. It was just like this weird, like fantasy, pseudo-realistic. A lot of things in that comic just happened. It ended up kind of being like this kind of interesting, like take on like a relationship exploration between several like different people, like discovering their sexualities, all that jazz. You know, also like a hate of like fantasy. If I'm being honest, I hardly remember the plot because up to a certain extent there wasn't even a plot. It was just young adults being young adults. You know?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that either. Like I remember like one of these characters who like. What the character I remember who like had this like big struggle that she was a lesbian, like she randomly turned to a fairy when she was coming into realization, and like that never comes up again. She just can do that.
That's crazy.
She just did that, and that never came up again. Like, okay.
What?
I recently found the artist for that comic. He's still active around online. I have no idea how the webcomics still doing if it's the same comic, but like, huh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Looking at later. When I was younger, I was really big into like those like sprite webcomics, you know? Those webcomics are all
Like the Control Alt Delete.
I would say Control Delete. It was stuff like 8-Bit Feeder. You ever heard that one? Where it's kind of like an adaptation
No.
of like the first Final Fantasy game, but like told from the perspective of like an idiot warrior and a black mage who was who was not having any who ate everyone basically. It was amazing.
Let me see. I'm looking it up. Cute.
Yeah, like entirely sprite-based editing. There's another like a Mega Man Battle Network fan comic I used to read a lot. There's that one Kirby, a boy named Kirby, made by my friend Drivo. You know, I mentioned that one before.
Mm-mm.
I met the guy because he posted like his Kirby design. I was like, man, I remember reading this guy when I was younger. Thanks, so much memories. Then he was like, what do you mean you read my webcomic? That was very fun. Now he's a good friend of mine. I was happy. That was nice.
Yes. I really liked reading OCT entries on DeviantArt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows like Endzone and Law of Talos. I think, right?
Endzone I do,
So,
Law of Talos
like-
less so.
Yeah, I think just mostly just because of like unknown persons, like animations. I think that's why people know about those ones.
That's fair. Yes, I remember.
There's a period where I was invested in Vivzy Pop's webcomic. That was also a waste of time.
Oof. Yes, in hindsight, I remember.
I've said before that like I've heard a lot of people's like criticism of like Has-Been Hotel and like Hell of a Boss, and it's the same problem that like Zoophobia had, you know.
In hindsight, I remember a lot of webcomics I probably should not have been reading when I was younger.
Really, like what?
I used to like go into like those like Hiveworks apps and that kind of stuff, and like also like some of those websites just looking at best webcomics to read online would sometimes take me to webcomics of like adult themes in particular. So like, and by that I mean it was just just straight up like nakedness and not safe for work stuff. So like, I should not be reading this as a teenager.
Maybe not.
I remember there was this
I don't
one.
know.
I was
You
like,
don't know things.
there's like this one about this one demon girl who ends up just having this like witch girl who has this relationship with who ends up having this relationship with this human kid, and then it turns out that the kid's mom is also a demon. It was like the first demon. It was weird. I don't even remember the name. I just remember the panel. I just remember it lives rent free in my head. Like some of the character designs. It did something right if it stuck with me like that.
For sure. I forgot about Hiveworks. There's a bunch of comics here I have like bookmarked a long time ago to read and I never did.
Hang on, hold on.
Atomic Robo, sometimes a cowboy.
You know about all that big Hivework controversy that was happening a while ago?
No, what happened?
I see a lot of like stuff about Hiveworks kind of being a bit of like a clique kind of thing, bullying some smaller creators, all that jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, some people in Hiveworks just like not getting credit or proper compensation. Even Phantom Marine got caught up in that, like as one of the victims, not like one who had to
Yeah, I
deal
was
with
about to say, isn't she like not with Hiveworks anymore?
that. Yeah, I think it was because of all this stuff happening.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was looking at that. I also gotta get around to reading Starfish Faces, that comic, honestly.
Yes.
I started, but I never got around to like really like diving into it. It's neat though.
Last time I like finally sat down and dived into a web comic was let me see.
Homestuck.
What was it? No, actually, no. It was Death Chicken. Death Chicken was the last time I sat down and read a webcomic.
Death Chicken. What's that one?
Death Chicken is let me link it to you.
Like that one like rooster fight manga.
No, Death Chicken is so the Grim Reaper uh reaps human souls, and he has like in his little death world, he has animals that reap animal souls. And so Death Chicken is just the Grim Reaper of chickens. And essentially like through magical mishaps, like uh all the chickens from like the kind of pocket dimension that the soul chickens live in are like at risk, and Death Chicken has to like save the world, or else all chickens in the entire world are gonna disappear, you know.
No KFC. Sad.
Nope, no more KFC. Chickens are gonna be gone. Actually, I think it even escalated to like if this like threat continues, like it's not just gonna be chickens, it's gonna be every other creature in the world.
Get off your behind then, Grim Reaper. Come on.
Yeah. And I'll have to work together here. I'm gonna DM it to you. This one also took a long time to finish, but it seems less like a Davis Demon and more like the artist taking a lot of breaks in between.
Yeah, it's fair. Ooh. That looks neat.
Because like it started in like 2008 and it finally finished in 2022.
Very Invader Zim. I would not be surprised if that was inspiration.
Oh, it absolutely was.
I was looking at like the Grim Reaper design in this one panel. Like, it looks like something Jonan Vasquez would draw.
Look at him. It's great. I like his little feet. I think at some point towards the end they show that there have been multiple like animal reapers, and so that like the Death Chicken is technically the third Death Chicken, and that Death Horse is like the 10th Death Horse, and I think that's funny given just horses' records for killing themselves horribly. They're like hamsters in that way.
It's like music. Little comic session not from now just remind me. I'm gonna try learning Blender to get into animation. Hey, nice.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure how you go from comics to animation, but you do you, buddy. I remind
I
me
think
of,
he's thinking of just like creativity and like making things.
That's it. It's like I would think like I don't know, like making like a comic or something like that, or like a comic was reading, that kind of stuff, you know?
Mm. Yeah, just creativity, you said.
That's fair.
So Matt, do you have any plans on what you would like to do to try to maybe balance your schedule a little bit more?
Be sure to make a hard line in between like my day job and my day job commissions and any personal work. Also, just try to like commit to it. You know, that's a big issue. I feel.
Yeah.
Once again, there are days I feel like I should draw, but I end up just playing something, or I end up just laying in bed, that kind of stuff. You know.
Mhm. I did like, because I was looking up advice for myself as well. When I mentioned like extending your commission deadlines, I saw someone say that because it like you know, takes a little bit of the pressure off. You know.
That's what I always say about
rather than 2 days, you have 2 weeks. You know.
Like I say 2 weeks to people, but you know how I am.
Yeah, well, maybe you should start meaning it. I mean 2 weeks. You will get it in 2 weeks.
2 weeks to a month, basically.
Yeah. And if you finish early, then you sit on it to discourage yourself from putting work out too early. It's a punishment. As punishment for finishing it too fast, you can't give it to anybody. You should just stare at it.
Why do you torture me so? What? Hello?
The streamer did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I disconnect and reconnect. I heard the reconnect disconnect sound all super fast. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe that's why it ended. Is maybe you disconnected for a second.
Dropped 63 frames. Yeah, apparently. Something happened with my internet. Weird.
Oh, it just flipped.
Both of your avatars are really cool, by the way. Thank you. I've already had this little avatar for about a year. I might update it soon. Platoon version 3. This one with colored line art and everything.
He doesn't have colored line art. You're right.
I just wanted to do something like short and sweet.
But if you made because you can look at the viewer. What if you added another expression? One more expression where you frown.
Also not a bad idea.
Serious math.
Let's
Not
get
funny
serious.
anymore.
Not hashtag not funny.
Hashtag not funny. Yes.
That wasn't very cash money of you, Jesse.
No. I missed that meme.
So do I.
Matt, did you see that Chuck Norris died?
I did. Yeah, R.I.P. a
I don't
legend.
think it was physically possible.
And I wish he was a bit of a better person in real life, but like, at least he got more Chuck Norris jokes.
Was he not a very good person? All I know him from old memes.
Nah, he was a bit of a... He was an old man, that's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. No, that does in fact get the point across.
He was an old man, very old man opinions.
Mm.
And there are worse things to be, I suppose, but
Being old is not a crime. Actually, BRB. One second.
Yeah, your time.
I'm back.
Hello.
So something I was thinking about is, so recently, Asher had asked me to do some, like, character sprites like what I had done for Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I really need to, like, put this up on, like, VGen. I have to, like, standardize a price for this. Because, at some point for Cook and, for Asher as well, I kind of just let them pick how much they wanted to pay. Because I genuinely didn't know how much to charge for them.
That's fair.
I think we've discussed this before.
Honestly, sometimes for like Crystal and like even like Elaine and Chaos, I kind of just let them pick out whatever they want to pay at this point.
Yeah, no, it's different when it's for friends. When it's for friends, a lot of the time it's just kind of like, just throw money at me. I don't care how much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about like for the sake of like VGen though, I wanted to, as well as just like it's making it easier to give people quotes, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
I was thinking, in terms of like more like static poses where it's mostly just like the facial expression changing. I'm like, I think I'm okay with doing like $10 for each, as long as there is a minimum, you know. So like you have to have at least 5, you know.
I'd say 20 each if I'm being honest.
If it's just like a static pose, I'll send you like what I did for Asher, because this is what I'm thinking about. Oh, there's exactly 8 of them, so I can send them all. Yeah, these. So the only thing I redrew was the arms and like the hair and one of them.
Hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I was thinking with these, I'd be okay with doing $10 each as long as there is a minimum amount of them, you know?
Yeah, I get you. That's 36 so far. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was thinking about the ones that I'd done for Cook, and I was like, these are a nightmare, like, because like each of them like are like a complete redraw, you know, and so I'm not sure how to price that, because like inherently you're gonna have to buy a lot of them, you know.
Yeah, I remember the one you did for Cook even took a while to finish up just because of how many there were, you know?
Yeah, no, and like that's why it was like so rough charging Cook, because it's like I want to give you a discount. I want to like charge as little as possible, but this is just straight up a lot of work, you know. I just can't get around that.
Yeah, I understand.
And so I'm not sure how to price ones like his. Like I didn't know how to price the ones for him, you know. But I don't know. What would you do?
It's kind of hard, also because like
a visual example.
It is also kind of hard because like there's some things I find difficult to like charge properly. Usually when it's like something that's a bit out of like what I usually do. I also feel like if
that's also part of why it's difficult.
Also when it's like something that like I know someone can probably get something for cheaper, or like somewhere else, but for me it's a lot of work and I would like not to, and I would probably have to charge a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, I charged Lucy once wanted to get some emotes for me, and I'm gonna be honest, I was not gonna be charging. Some people do like a pack of 6 emotes for like $15. I am not doing that. Lucy, I love you.
No,
I am not doing that. I'm sticking at least 50 each of these things. I'm not doing 6 of these for $15. I'm sorry.
No.
Like she was just a little disappointed because like, yeah, that's a lot of money. So like that doesn't really. A lot of people don't tend to charge that much for emotes. I said, I get that. I apologize, but like I can't do this for that cheaply. I'm sorry.
Especially because like you're like not the type of person to like, because I've already done this work for Cook. I knew to build Asher's like modularly, you know, so I didn't have to redraw as much as stuff. And because like chibis and like simple drawings are already out of your comfort zone, and because you haven't done before, like you should charge more for it, you know. Because the way you're going to do it isn't going to be efficient. You're gonna do it a more complicated, more work-heavy, painful way because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the person who charges like $15 for this thing probably has like this streamlined at this point.
Oh yeah, they might even have like
Maybe
like
template based to work
like
on.
yeah, like templates for like these expressions already.
Like, yeah, if you want to commission something from them, go ahead. I don't mind. Like I'm not the only artist you work with. That's fine. Like I can't do these for that price just because that is a lot more work for me, and that is not worth it for me at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It doesn't make sense. You can't do it. You know? It's hard. It's hard when you barely figure out, and like there's also like a battle of like your time and your self-worth, you know?
Yeah, don't get me started.
It's like charging for the sake of your time is like the most worthwhile thing you can do, because at least that you could count. But yeah, the best idea I had for, like, I guess more dynamic sprites like Cooks is I was thinking, again, like, the same thing with, like, a minimum. Maybe 30 each? That might make it a little more worth it, but I don't know. Even that feels like lowballing.
Yeah, like, that was pretty hard. I only do high dynamic things for myself. Look at my thing is literally just my character's eyes blinking.
Right? Yeah, like there's a reason I haven't gotten around to making sprites for myself.
Yeah, like yours at least has like a whole like little animated little GIF. Noel's been setting up like a new Kingdom Hearts one. It's really cool, looking really cool too.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he sent me that earlier.
Hmm.
It's really cool, really looking. Like, I get it. I think I think it really depends on just how much time and how much effort you're really willing to like really do for something. If I'm being honest, for ourselves, I realize we tend to like lowball things for ourselves a lot. To be honest, we don't really need like the fanciest thing ever for ourselves at times.
Yeah.
And all I really did for this thing was like the
You put,
characters.
like, a crazy amount of effort of something for someone else, and then you make the same thing for yourself, and it's like half-assed.
My avatar doesn't even have any colored line art like I do. I was already doing that. It doesn't have the blush. It doesn't have any ambient occlusion. The colors are very basic. Like I did, I tweaked the shadow colors, but they're also very basic.
Yeah.
I very much made like a very basic thing for myself, and the only thing that's like not static on this thing is the face. The mouth and the eyes and nose are the only things that aren't static, basically.
You blink sometimes. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but that's a part of ViadoTube. It has like that's a preset essentially.
You pronounce it ViadoTube?
Is it not ViadoTube?
I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I've been saying VitoTube.
It's probably VidoTube, and I'm just an idiot. I've been looking at it and reading it almost like it's in Portuguese. That's probably why.
Oh. Well, that explains it.
Yeah. When it happens. Alright, then.
Is that what's been happening with you with these random mispronunciations? Is you're reading it like it's Portuguese?
Probably. A good chunk of that probably is this. I've laughed at my little brother over this one time, but it's happened to me before.
Do they say macabre in Portugal?
Yeah, they say it's called macabro.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I assumed it was something like that.
Wait, actually no, because you say macabre, and that's more similar to the Portuguese one than what you were saying.
Yeah, not even macabre, but like again, it's macabro. With the BRO, basically, we pronounce everything. So I just kind of said it like that.
Macabre.
I'm sorry if I don't know. Everything else sounds different in English and Portuguese. Why would that be any different? Genuinely, explain to me. No, the logic there. If just about everything sounds different, what's the logic there?
Here's the question. What is here's the real question is what is the word macabre stolen from?
I don't know.
Let's see. Where is this? What is? It's French. It's a French word.
Oh, the French.
And apparently in Old French you pronounce the Maccabee. So maybe we're all pronouncing it wrong. Maybe it's just supposed to be Maccabee.
I hate words.
Speaking of emotes, you need more emotes.
Yes, I do. Currently I only have Matthew's head.
I mean, I only have like this little thing. So.
I need more emotes. I need more alerts. I keep saying I'm gonna do more than I just don't. Oh, that's a cute one though.
You're busy. You're busy.
I know I'm busy, but like I keep saying it, but they don't do it. I hate that. I hate people who do that. Why do I do it myself?
Have you given Arthur little horns?
Yes, I have. I've been doing that for a while, Jesse.
I guess I never noticed. Or maybe I do notice and then I forget. Oh. Oh.
Kinda like Laura, his hair just kinda does that.
I like her faux cat ears. It's my favorite thing.
Thank you. Oh, she's a vampire cat. But Nicula, a cat.
Canicula? No, that doesn't sound good. Kitty Pyre.
I'm stealing that, thank you.
Kitty Pyre. How do you embed the speed lines into your liner, or are you gonna do that second?
I'm gonna do that second, yeah.
You're gonna do like round 2. There's lines this time.
I was just going off like how I did those tests I did earlier today. I did like a fully colored version of the drawing, of the drawing, and then I add the speed lines in it. I don't plan on doing that. To be honest, I went into the stream kind of wondering how the order I'm gonna do things. If I'm being honest, like how do I go about it?
I would say that you should do your line art with your line art. You know, it feels kind of backwards to do it second. I mean, like, do it after you're coloring, I mean. Like, I think round 2 of line art Electric Boogaloo makes more sense than waiting till you're done coloring and everything.
Understandable. Like, after flats? Makes sense.
No, I mean, not even, like, before flats. Like, now that you've finished your line art, do more line art.
Like, how? But it's gonna mess up some of the flats doing some of them, isn't it? Leave gaps. How you... I guess I could always try to look for the close gap. I guess I always try using the close gap thing. I never use this. Alright, I guess we'll see then. I'm gonna, like, either way, I'm gonna make a copy of, like, the baseline art just to be safe.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That way you can have something to, like, bucket fill.
I had to look up like how the back of Dante's cloak looks like, so I can at least give a bit more variety to Arthur's back. But I realize I need to detail his cloak a bit more.
I was thinking about that, not in terms of like Arthur, but I was thinking about that when I realized that you tried to make Matthew in Fusion Fall, and I was like, oh my god, like Matthew in Fusion Fall style. I was like, you can add so many more like little like sci-fi details to his jacket, and I was like, oh man, what if at some point like in the story like Matthew gets like an upgrade to like his jacket, like I don't know, like it rips or something, and someone like repairs it for him, and it's like, oh, now it's like a cool sci-fi Fusion Fall jacket. These are the things I think about.
I mean, the idea is that Matthew rips his jacket all the time, and Mirabelle's the one who patches it up.
True. I mean, like an upgrade.
Yeah, I get what you mean. We'll see, because I'm already imagining like one upgrade for Matthew.
Mm.
I'm planning on giving him a sword one day.
A sword.
Mostly, particularly, it's gonna be Captain Abraham's sword.
Yes.
I've had Abraham and Orson on my mind as of late.
Yes. Go on.
Or it's kind of like the whole like eventual thing where like Matthew meets Captain Abraham eventually, like meets his hero, I guess. But also, I like with those like stories where like you meet the hero, like okay, Surf's Up is kind of what I have in mind. You watch Surf's Up?
A million years ago. I don't remember anything about it except for the bit where he shows off his trophies.
Oh my god. Yeah, basically the idea I had in mind, like
These are the ladies.
when Cody basically realizes that the guy he's been talking to is Big Z. Is Big Z. He has this like huge like freak out moment where he's super excited. That's Matthew. But at the same time, I never like those stories where like the main character like meets his hero and his hero like is a complete fraud or disappoints him, that kind of stuff, you know? Like Captain Abraham, he's old, he's a bit cynical and everything, but he's still Captain Abraham at the end of the day. Matthew's gonna adore meeting him. Even if he's a little
like, All Might falls into like a happy medium there where like he just sees that he's human, Midoriya, you know?
Yeah. Like he's like All Might is still All Might. He's still like the legendary hero, but like he's not like this invincible, like he's not invincible essentially. He told Midoriya straight up.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy. Like
Matthew will get a sword if he's a really good boy and eats all his vegetables.
Ugh, veggies.
He'd rather die.
Yeah, it's kind of the idea I have for Matthew and Abraham. In particular, Abraham is gonna have to start doing stuff because Matthew accidentally unleashes Orson out into the world again. That'll be fun.
Oh.
Like Orson, so Orson's a really weird villain for me because like I already made King basically in Multiverse Satan. What do I do for like the guy who inspired Matthew's big bad? Basically, do I make him like old school but like not as interesting? I want to give Orson just as much of like a presence, basically, to kind of show like the parallels between Matthew and Abraham, essentially, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what if I basically turned Orson into like this multiverse abomination instead?
Oh yeah.
Like one of the things I inspired was like reading like a recent like a Mega Man, not Mega Man. This recent like Spider-Man and Wolverine crossover comic. Well, the two ended up start fighting, and Spider-Man hits Wolverine so hard it dislocates his jaw. And the image of Wolverine with a dislocated jaw hanging out, his tongue spiraling out, is terrifying, and I love it. That made the idea, give me some ideas turn, basically.
Yeah.
I just want Orson to kind of be like this like chaotic force of nature who just kind of wants to see everything around him burn.
Look up Ludwig Bloodborne.
Oh, Ludwig, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to tell me Ludwig Bloodborne. I played Bloodborne.
Oh, I haven't like 100% it yet.
Oh, it's so good.
I just, you know, he's DLC, so we might not have played it.
I love this new smart line feature.
Blech.
Yeah.
Swords, now with ease.
For the most part, yeah.
The best part about Procreate, now on an actually good program.
You really don't like Procreate, do you?
I will talk shit about it till the day I die.
I think is what Uni used to draw. I think at least.
Uni?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uni is a real iPad kid.
Yes.
I think it is. You use an Apple Pencil to draw digitally, so I assume it's Procreate. I don't know if it's anything else. In fact, I guess you could
Might
use
be
something
Ibis.
else. But yeah.
Ibis is really popular. Sal was showing me Ibis paint once. I want you to imagine that, like, you have, like, your favorite brush, right?
Yes.
You have to watch an ad every day to use it. And, like, you have it for the rest of the day. But, like, New day starts up. Gotta watch your G-Pen ad. That's
mean,
the way
I
these
guess-
iPad kids be living.
I mean, I guess they need to make money somehow, but boy, that sounds like it'll get annoying very fast.
Yep. Get ready to watch your G-Pen ad, Matt. Every day. Oh my god, especially for circles. Oh my god.
Ending around, it also doesn't like completely do a circle. Sometimes it makes it a little bit more of an oval, but it's kind of like
That's
keeps
better, honestly.
yeah,
Looks-
like it
makes
kind
look
of
more organic.
yeah, it keeps track of your. Okay, sometimes it glitches out like that.
That wasn't a circle.
For the most part, it makes a round shape.
Roundish. Round-like. Draw it slower.
There you go. If I need to reposition, I can just magic one. Perfect. A little bit of hand touch. That's up.
Yeah.
What are your plans for today, Jesse?
I have another commission for Elaine.
Hey, oh, she got another one from you?
Yeah, like immediately after, and I was like, what?
She does that a lot, yes. I didn't know, she
I'm
didn't
very
tell me.
honored.
Very funny. Rolene has kind of been in a mood today. I realized that when she changed her status, I also decided to send her one of the commissions I did for her, and she says like, "You stink. You can't do that to me." I immediately smiled after seeing this. That made me sad. Damn you. I was like, no.
She's like, I'm pouting. I'm pouting. Don't fuck that up.
She's so cute.
Eh. I was happy to hear that you guys get along so well, you know?
Yeah. And I'm being honest, we kind of just talk like normally, I guess, you know? We're friends
Yeah.
first before anything else, you know?
Yeah, which is important.
Yeah. We gotta like formalize our first sword every now a bit better. Kind of rough.
What's it called?
Just
Like, what do you mean?
Or just like let's like finally like okay. So here's the last time I drew his sword, more or less. More or less, just
Oh.
kind of, yeah, it's been a while basically. I've already tweaked some stuff. I gave the round thing here because I kind of like I kind of like the visual of like Arthur like basically grabbing like grabbing the rope on the end of his and the thing basically like twirling his sword like with it like that.
Yeah.
Like our sword isn't like the size of his body anymore. I shrunk it down significantly. It's still big, but like imagine more like it's more like think of like a giant meat cleaver with a hilt essentially. That's Arthur's sword.
Yeah. It was more like a claymore before.
Yeah, before it was big. Now I've shrunk it down significantly so it makes more sense for him to use it with one arm. Not that he's not stupidly strong either, because like Angel.
That's true. It was very much a two-handed sword before. I could not imagine him one-handing it.
I shrunk it down significantly, yeah.
It'll make it easier to draw too, because then you like if it's giant like that, you'll be forced to exclusively draw it in perspective.
Basically, yeah.
Didn't it have a name? What was its name?
Azrael,
Oh.
the angel of death itself. Alright, this is when you said to do like
Yeah, right here. Wasn't that a woman?
Azrael?
Yeah.
That was the idea,
No, the
yeah.
sword.
Yeah, I know. Hey Matt, guest. How's it
Was
going?
was
Hanging?
the
Pretty good.
anthropomorphizations of favorite objects going to be a canon thing, or was this just like a fun little design exercise?
It was going to be a canon thing. I think I got just down, well, just ended up downplaying it a little bit because like, yeah, I think it was in that period of like I had to like start cutting some things to try and make sense of everything a bit more. I couldn't just like keep stacking ideas on top of ideas on top of ideas, you know?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it depends on how episodic you want things to be.
I like the idea of it existing, I guess, but I just feel like I just feel like I can't really do. I think I'm just balancing a lot of hats right now as is. I think just toning it down a little bit.
Maybe it might be a better idea for a different character. Anyway, I actually had something I wanted to ask because I couldn't remember what the answer to this question was.
What was it?
So Rick and Morty, right?
Yes.
You mentioned before that you don't like Starverse's version of the multiverse because it's basically space travel,
Mhm.
that there's no sort of like acknowledgement of like what other dimensions would actually be, which is like not just movement in space, but movement in time, you know, or like alternate realities. And so I wanted to ask, like, does Matthew ever end up in situations where like he, you know, like he goes to visit Max, and then he's like, "Hey Max, what's up?" And he's like, "Who the hell are you? I've never met you before." You know, like ending up in the wrong dimension, essentially.
I hadn't considered that, but in hindsight, probably.
Right? Because like, if it's more of like a Rick and Morty kind of multiverse than a Star versus multiverse, then that would be happening constantly. You know. That's one thing that I was doing for. This is also why I was debating whether I wanted to do multiverse or not, because I was like, I would have to create some sort of safeguard of like characters cannot meet themselves, you know. But then you do want that to happen, you know. Whereas like I thought that was very quickly very confusing, you know.
I think it's also because the way I set this thing up. I think it's also how I have like the multiverse like physically mapped out too, you know.
Mhm.
The way Rick and Morty kind of do it, it's almost like every reality is like stacked on top of each other, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
That's basically how Rick and Morty does it. The way
Because that's more like the way that multiverse theory works.
Yeah, exactly. The way I came up with my multiverse came from a very similar. I had first had ideas for like the multiverse from watching a History Channel documentary. I saw people talking about multiverse theory and that kind of stuff. That is very much another theory is the idea of like the expanding bubble, essentially, where all these bubbles basically of different universes are forming. Basically, and they aren't on the same plane. They aren't on the same like space and time. They're all just like their own separate things. That's kind of how I got my multiverse down. That's why my
so
multiverse.
More like the Marvel one, where it's like the branching paths.
Well, kind of. This is kind of. Let me explain. Like, let's imagine like this is a universe.
Uh-huh.
This is Max's like main universe, right? Let's assume that in between here, there is a corridor right here. A space of thing that's like pure multiverse energy.
Mm-hmm.
And right here is another universe. We get a completely random one. And the multiverse is essentially a massive expanse of these long, winding corridors of different universes, essentially.
See, like, how is that different from Star Versus, though, if you're not taking into account the parallel universes?
What was that?
How is it different than the Star Versus version, though, if it's not taking into account parallel universes, like universes that are very similar to one another, where like everything's the same except like fucking someone lost their shoe in the Walmart, you know, and other than that, the universe is exactly the same, you know, like all of Rick and Morty.
It's different that because even though like different positioning is like that way, those universes still exist essentially. Like they're not all in like one cosmic space spot in the multiverse universe, yes. But those different universes where it's really just like the difference of what you had for breakfast still exists somewhere out there. They just might be completely disconnected from the physical location, essentially. Like Matthew actively maps out this whole shtick so he can like locate like different universes he likes specifically. Like the Matthew, this is all like literally like one giant like hiking adventure essentially.
Oh.
That's also why Multiverse Rifts specifically take you to like this big multiverse like place. You need to go to the rifts to go to a certain universe too. Another thing about Starverse is that it didn't really account for like what's in between the universe. You use the cosmic scissors, you would also go directly into a single universe too. Starverse annoys me more because not only was it like traveling to different planets, they were all somehow cosmically stacked on top of each other. That doesn't make any sense. Starverse irritates me.
Is that how it worked?
What?
Is that how it worked in Star Versus? I never watched Star Versus.
Yeah, Star Versus, as long as you just had the cosmic scissors, you could go to any universe anytime from where you were. It didn't matter. Use the same scissors at the same spot to go to two different places.
You could do that in Rick and Morty too with the portal gun.
Yeah, I know that, but if Rick and Morty makes sense, yes, because exactly, that's exactly the problem. Rick and Morty had the idea because they're all separate timelines, but all still take place in the same thing. In Star Versus, the places are so different; it doesn't make sense for them to be all stacked up in the same place.
I mean, are they not like all variants of Earth? Like that's what I would have assumed.
No,
that they're just
they
like
aren't.
It's such a different dimension, but they're all Earth.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Yeah, see, like that, because that's how I imagined it. Is that like, you go to another universe where like everything is wildly different, but like you never leave Earth unless you physically leave Earth, you know?
If anything, Star
Like
Versus
a world where the world is made up of exclusively of hamster people who live in pineapples. This is Earth. This is just a really weird dimension.
Not necessarily, because like, yeah, Star Versus takes things even to weird account because like the planet is different, the species name is different. And then the finale shows us that the humans are actually humans.
Yeah, so then it is a dimension of Earth. It's a parallel universe where they're humans.
Is it really though? It feels more like it's like a space expedition than anything.
Well, yeah, because like your criticism is that it's not enough like Rick and Morty, where they're acknowledging that these are like other variants of the same world, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying that like I think Starverse is like I guess internally they are supposed to be all the Earth.
I don't know. I can't say that because one of them is literally like a training universe essentially. One of them is literally just Costco.
The Costco universe, you know?
I don't know, Jesse. It just does not come across like that at all. I think it completely.
I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate for a show I've never seen, you know?
I think it just completely fails its multiverse premise in general. No, they're not the universe, it's the dimension. Shut up. Don't be pedantic with me. That's damn well what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, Jordan has opinions.
Yeah, the whole Marco and Jackie thing. Yeah, that Phil one-sided thing. Yeah, the problem is basically the romance in that show was another thing that killed it entirely. A lot of people.
Yeah.
So like, it's one thing.
I've heard that a million times. That seems to be the main thing with Star Versus.
You've heard from me. Like again, it's the thing that made me hate like the idea of like a new girl joins and she is immediately takes over the spot in the main character's heart that he had for a previous character essentially. Like just written by law.
The being a homewrecker, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I appreciate the hatred for homewrecking. Like, it's not cute, you know.
Like homewrecking, I know homewrecking is not the exact word for it exactly, but like, I don't know how else to explain.
I don't know. I think it is. And it's different if it was like a childhood friend who like nothing was happening, you know? Like if it took another girl to get the romance plot in motion, I can understand that. I wouldn't say that that's really homewrecking, you know?
Yeah, that's different, I guess, you know?
That's more like, I guess, like pressure, you know? There's now pressure to actually make a move on that boy you like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, like literal home wrecking of like back on webcomics of like Lore Olympus, you know. Persephone's a home wrecker, like just straight up, she's a home wrecker. And it's fucked up, and it's like the worst thing about her.
Lore Olympus.
Hades already has a girlfriend when they meet, you know, and she starts flirting with him and like hanging out and be like, "Oh, hi Hades." Like I don't know. He already had a girlfriend. I don't care if she's a bitch. She was here first. Fuck off.
Matthew Pose goes hard. Thank you.
It does. If you want ugly romance, watch Rent a Girlfriend. I've been warned against Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend.
Good idea.
I've heard of it. I've watched a bit of it. And the idea is not necessarily a bad one, I guess. Like, the premise isn't the worst thing in the world. I just didn't think I think the show was trying to sound like smarter than it actually was.
Oh.
Like the point where like the finale more or less kind of had also like the main character, like the romance that he's building up the entire series doesn't even happen. Like, he still gets rejected in the end. Yep.
What the hell? What point? Oh my god. There's this one anime that like I was watching with my brother, and I probably mentioned this before. I forgot what it was called. One of the girls from it's really popular though. She's like blonde with like a big like butterfly hair clip. You might have seen her around. Her name is Senna. But that one was like just like a typical love triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it's between like the blonde girl, the ditzy blonde girl, and then like the childhood friend tsundere girl, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like just these two. It's exclusively these two the whole show. And so at the end, he randomly pivots to the third friend, who wasn't even a romantic option. We didn't present her as an option before. He just chooses her. He's like, no, I like her, actually. We're gonna get over that one. It's like a not even like a bait and switch. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, I gotta get the thing about doing speed lines. You gotta make sure like they're all like look like they're part of the same curve essentially. You know?
Yeah, no, they're not all like facing the same direction.
Really gotta make it so that like they're this look like it's actually like looks like a motion, you know?
Yes. I think you can put more lines on the upper part of Matthew's leg, like from toe to knee. You can probably just make that all lines.
Like down here?
Yeah, from the top of his toe to his knee, you can probably just make that all speed lines. Because that's where like the most motion is. No, in the direction of his like the swing of his foot.
All right. I can do like the speed lines like on one layer. Then I use the actual line art layer to do coloring, and it'll still have basically the same effect, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Cause like I'm looking at like your reference of like Sonic, and like his like entire like lower leg is like fuzzy.
I basically
Goku
like
doesn't even have a foot anymore.
what?
Goku doesn't even have a foot anymore in the reference he's not.
Yeah, it's literally just like a smudge. To be fair, I think that's
Smudge
like
forefoot.
also depends a little bit on the posing too. So. Dang, it's actually really good. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just color it normally. Hell yeah. And if I want to, I can add that little like trail, that like smear probably wasn't the right word to use. It probably like contrail, probably a better word. Like trail, basically, the little trail drag behind, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, great.
Yes, this is the content I'm here for.
Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
That's what. What?
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. I'm glad you like it so far.
Yes. This is what I'm fucking here for.
Why is my Twitter blowing up? Ah, Mitsuri. Right, I posted her finally. Mitsuri. And the speed line practice I even do, though, so it's almost at 500 likes. See, me practicing speed lines has as much likes as me drawing Gold Chip.
That is so crazy to me.
But you
I
even
don't
said,
understand.
you said yourself once before, like, you knew that, how do I say this? You'd seen that, like, people putting out, like, practice, I guess, stuff tends to get good response, you know?
Well, think about it. Think about it conceptually. Like, when you see that, you're like, oh, this, I need to save this. You know, I need to, send it to a friend who could use this. So it is inherently has more interaction with it because it's something you can do with it, you know, other than like look at it and be like, cute. Then you move on with your life, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even pinups have more engagement of like, I'm gonna save this for later, you know?
I said you will, like, it does, like, give some good reference, too. Okay, for Arthur, I can pretty much make most of his line art, to be honest, like, fuzzy. Because he's getting kicked. There's more motion in his entire body.
Smashed.
There's more motion in his entire body than there is in Matthews.
Yeah.
So, I know probably, like, add, like, Matthews' little, like, speed trail, too, when I color that.
Yeah.
I am glad I finally settled on, like, a good look for speed trail, that, like, yellow trail you've seen in some drawings I've done.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like a lot like but like that. I generally think a speedster needs a good speed trail. If I'm being honest, really look good.
I would say so, yeah.
Like Sonic has like the blue streak, obviously. It's just like a blue line. I do appreciate when you add some lightning to it, personally.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash is a yellow.
The Flash.
I feel the yellow ball of lightning.
Even the Powerpuff Girls, they just leave like the pink, blue, and
Green.
Green streaks. Yeah.
I can forget my girl Buttercup like that, Jesse.
I kept wanting to say yellow, and I was like, no, not yellow. That's Princess.
That Powerpuff Girls on the brain. I should really finish designing the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Dude, their Fusion Fall design is so fucking cute. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, I need to draw that. I've been wanting to draw them, and I'm scared. I'm scared to draw the Powerpuff Girls.
I'm honestly thinking of trying to combine like the Fusion Fall designs with the Powerpuff Girls Z art.
You should. I think that's because they're kind of similar enough. You can just kind of just pick and choose your favorite things.
Yeah, like at Powerpuff Girls Z, like the whole thing is like they're not like sisters in that continuity. They are just like three separate like girls basically.
Which is kind of a shame. I do like that they're sisters.
Also because like when they dubbed in English, like they had like their names, they names were just like Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom, which is funny. Like in the original Japanese dub, they had like proper like actual names. I think Buttercup's real name is like Kaori, something like that.
Whoa, they gave them names.
I do like how they made him.
Is Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom their hero names?
Yes, actually.
Huh.
Let me double check this actually. Powerpuff Girls Z.
Is it like Precure? They're Powerpuff Blossom. These are like Cure Blossom. It's like Powerpuff Blossom.
Hyper Blossom, Rolling Bubbles, and Powered Buttercup.
Whoa.
Their names are Momoko Akatsusumi, which is Blossom, Miyako Gotokuji, which is Bubbles, and Kaoru Matsubara, which is Buttercup.
Oh, I don't know Japanese enough to know whether those names suit them or not.
I also their personalities kind of change a lot too in the transition.
Really?
Yeah, like, okay, okay, Buttercup I'd say is the one who was the most consistent between both universes. She's the tomboy. She is an anime tomboy. You know the type. You know the character type.
Yes.
She basically was Stacey stayed that way for in Powerpuff Girls Z just fine, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Blossom, I think, is the one who's probably changed. Blossom and Bubbles are the ones who changed the most, honestly, for the simple fact that Blossom.
You know what I just thought, and
that?
this is like a fucking pain, but honestly, I think these lines might be going in the wrong direction.
I know he's falling down. He's going downward, so you put him on the back.
Can you turn Matthew back on? No, yeah. It should go with the force of his foot, you know, because he's getting pushed.
This is why we make copies, folks.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice.
Like, here in this direction.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like in the direction of his foot.
Where was I?
Powerpuff Girls Z.
Right, Blossom, they kind of made her into, like... Okay, she is a hopeless romantic.
What?
She's a young girl, she gets crushes on boys super easily, she's sweet, she's a sensitive heart. She functionally gets a lot of Bubbles' personality traits mixed up with her trying hard to be a hero, basically. To be a leader, you know?
Yeah, I was about to say, that's very Bubbles, actually.
And Bubbles is an airheaded princess. She is adorable. She was always Diego's favorite character. But yeah, she basically made her a Hime. They even gave her like Hime drills and everything. They turned her little pigtails into Hime drills. I forget, is Morbucks in this show? Actually, hold on.
Oh no. We forgot about Princess?
Okay, yeah, she's there. Yeah, it's Princess Morbucks. So the way this kind of works is it works in Powerpuff Girls Z is that like all the villains are like we're like normal like people, but they ended up getting corrupted by like this dark force.
Do they get like akumatized?
Basically, literally that actually, yeah.
I know the miraculous ladybug word, even though I've never actually seen Miraculous. They do it in Sailor Moon too. I think that's just classic magical girl.
Seduce is like this is like this one girl trying to like impress her crush, and she ends up getting corrupted by this like lipstick. She's from
The design
Powerpuff
they
Girls.
gave her is kind of ugly, at least from what I remember.
She kind of is, if I'm being honest. I mean, to be fair, I don't necessarily think Sedusa was like super attractive early on in the actual show either.
Oh, you don't think so? And the fishnets didn't do it for you?
Now, I like fishnets, but I don't know, something about Sedusa always came... It's like, Sedusa herself is meant to be, like, partially uncanny. I think the uncanniness was always a bit... I always felt the uncanniness a bit more than, like, actually thinking she's hot, essentially, you know? I
You were more threatened by her than, like, actually thinking she was hot.
Yeah, basically. I find her, like, her disguise more cuter than her actual design, you know?
Interesting.
I thought it was just a me thing. To be fair,
Do you not like girls who can step on you?
I never said that. There we go. Poor Arthur.
He got bonked.
We're knocking lights out. Probably the lowest tier villain. She got boxed up by Miss Bellum in the original show. Yeah, I know. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, I
Yeah.
like Sedusa. I like Sedusa. I think she's a good villain. I just never find her like super like, you know, didn't really do anything for me like design wise. Once again, I find her like nice disguise more interesting than her actual like like evil disguise, evil like actual design.
The reason she sticks out in my mind is just because she did genuinely like fool me. Like I do remember the reveal being like really shocking. I'm like, oh my god.
Mojojo is very fun. Is very fun. I think they actually got Mojo's voice actor to dub him in the show.
They did. That's amazing.
Like before, like he was like a monkey. He was like one of Utonium's monkeys who got corrupted by the thing, basically.
Hmm.
But this one in particular, Jojo also like lived some time in the zoo too. There's a whole episode, like a short episode where like this one where like he goes to get he gets this weird craving for oranges. Then remembers there was like this jerk who basically like kept like teasing him with fruit, and then he finds out that the guy who stole his oranges from was the guy who kept teasing him and he wants to kill him. It's very fun.
Whoa.
The Amoeba brothers are in the show though. One of the Amoebas was changed to a girl for some reason.
Gotta have a girl.
Him was basically the big bad in the show. Makes sense. Him is probably my favorite Powerpuff Girl villain in general.
He was definitely the scariest.
Yeah, him was just straight up a demon. Like they couldn't like he's also a little bit of a gay stereotype, yes, but he's just a straight up demon. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's both are true.
Like when he got angry, he was very scary.
Fucking, he wigged me out as a kid for sure.
Like when he resurrected like the Rowdy Rough Boys, when he just came to pick them up after they lost, he was like, "Can't you idiots do anything right?" Basically, I was really scared he was just gonna blip them from existence. Yeah.
I think one thing that like he an effect his design has, like when you're too young to understand a gay stereotype, I remember it kind of, it's a little off-putting, you know, like why is he dressed like that, and it kind of adds to his like air of like discomfort, you know, like you're looking at his like weird like off-the-wall design and his weird voice, and then you're just unsettled, you know.
100%.
Like everything about him is unsettling when you don't see him as a gay stereotype.
They toned down like the falsetto voice in he doesn't have like the falsetto in Powerpuff Girls Z, but he is still like this weird like clown monster man. But he has like perfect control over like over like all the dark magic basically that's corrupting everything. He was born purely from it basically.
Yeah.
Like he's not as unsettling as he was originally, but he's still like a pretty good villain, I'd say.
Mhm.
You know Precure? Imagine like one of those villains basically.
Mm.
Probably the best way to describe it. Flamboyant still, but like not as like over the top.
I only know the Precure I know most about is like Glitter Precure.
Also,
my favorite. Kind of weird, but that's just.
I was talking to Jordan. My favorite Powerpuff Girls villain probably the Rowdy Rough Boys, just because I really like the idea of like mirror opposites to the heroes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though I think they're horribly underutilized, they only have like 4 episodes.
I agree. The Rowdy Rough Boys were also my favorites.
How's even Powerpuff Girls Z? The Rowdy Rough Girls get 2 episodes to themselves.
It's just cool seeing the girls like meet their match, especially because they are so powerful.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Mojojo made them in toilet. Which is also somehow fitting, because like the girls are like these perfect little girls, and like the perfect little girls, and like the Rowdy Rough Boys are just like the exact opposite.
The worst little boys.
I do like, bless Multiverse is hard, I'm sad it's gone, but I do like how when they were added for like skins for the Powerpuff Girls, like they got like new voice lines. It was really fun to just hear the characterization again. You know, I'm just glad they got to do more. Glad Rob Paulson got to voice them again.
Yeah.
I will say he had a much different take on how he voiced Boomer this time around, though.
Which one was Boomer again?
The Bubbles counterpart, the blue one. Boomer's always been like the more sensitive one, but in the original show, he talked like that, like, yeah, I'm like kind of like that, like high pitched, kind of like nerdy falsetto Rob Paulson does, you know.
Yeah.
In Multiverses, he kind of voices him kind of like he voices Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. Was that guy cute?
Oh no.
No, it was cute. It was cute. And like one of the funny thing is like all the Roddy Rough boys have this begrudging crush on the Powerpuff Girls in Multiverses. It's actually kind of cute. And Boomer's the most obvious. Oh, you saw Bubbles? Did she say anything about me? He's very cute.
It was like half canon in the original show. I appreciate that they like leaned into it.
It was very fun seeing them again.
Yeah. Did she say anything about me?
My least favorite Powerpuff Girls villain. That's kind of hard because I do like a lot of them. My gut reaction is somewhere in between either the Amoeba Boys, because I think they're. The joke is that they're useless.
Fuzzy Lumpkins.
I like Fuzzy Lumpkins. The episode where he takes over as mayor is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I like Fuzzy. If I'm being honest, I think it's probably the Gangrene Gang. I don't know. Something about them just doesn't. I don't like the Gangrene Gang. They make me feel uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, because it's mostly just Ace and his lackeys, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Ace has good personality. Everyone else, the rest of them are just kind of there. And even then, I feel
Just
like,
kind of there, yeah.
even then, Ace, I feel like he's not. I feel like the show tries to make him look cooler than he is. It really doesn't work for me. I was like, the most interesting thing about Ace to me is that he's canon to the gorillas.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he kind of has this dirty rocker thing going on, which is not impressive, actually.
I can even believe Buttercup has a crush on him. I also know that the fact that she is young and has no idea what good taste is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's 100% in character for like a young girl, basically, to have a crush on like this cooler older guy, basically, or just the one she thinks is cooler.
Yeah, exactly. You're in your child mind of what is cool. So I mean by like the dirty rocker thing he has going on. So like she would see like that he's like a rocker, and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you're like, oh, you look dirty and homeless when you get older.
Basically, yeah. That's a Gangrene Gang in a nutshell.
I hated the one Gangrene Gang character. I don't remember if he had a name. The one where like his like eyes were coming out of the sockets and he just kind of like did raspberries. I didn't like that guy.
Yeah, that. Hold on.
Did he have a name?
Okay, there was the Gangrene Gang in Powerpuff Girls Z was infinitely more appealing visually, if I'm being honest.
Really? What do they look like?
I'll send you a
Let me
picture.
look it up.
I'll send you the invoice. They kind of just look like fun like anime goobers. I kind of like how they look here.
Oh my god, wait, they're so cute. See, even my least favorite one, he's just kind of like a weird little eggplant man.
I already had some exploitable weaknesses. Yeah, I know. Like the whole thing about their first episode they showed up was the fact that yeah, they beat the Powerpuff Girls in terms of like raw strength, but then all they had to do was smooch them and they immediately fell. It was very funny.
Do you think the reboot character Bliss had potential?
I think Bliss did have potential, but I think what we have as is sucks. Quite honestly, the backstory they gave her.
Objectively, that's why I didn't even ask that. I didn't ask like whether you think it's bad or not. Clearly, it's bad. But like, do you think they could have not been bad, or do you think it was just inherently a bad idea?
I think giving them an older sister is a bad idea, essentially.
Yeah.
I think if they gave her, there was even an episode of the original series where like they like make like a big monstrosity, don't they?
They do. It was Bunny.
Yeah, I think Bunny honestly is a better execution of a very similar idea. Where like it's like give themselves a younger sister essentially. I think that works a lot better than trying to give them an older sister because that implies like
Oh, Bunny was also purple. That's funny.
because that implies like Utono's done this in the past. So, like so why would like the whole Chemical X thing being like a big deal? I don't know.
You're right. It does like knock off the importance of these three.
If anything, like, why would he, like, not just use Chemical X the first when making it? Because, like, the whole idea is that the Chemical X edition was an accident.
Oh, you're right.
Like, he just wanted sugar, spice, and everything nice to make 3 little girls. The Chemical X thing had made the Powerpuff Girls. Here we go. I'm debating Powerpuff Girls lore. One of my favorite
The conversation is gone.
One of my favorite Powerpuff Girls episodes, though, was one where, like, the girls were, like, getting called to do a bunch of, like, tasks, and they eventually just say, no, you all shut up. We're taking a break. We're not doing anything. You're all on your own. And then basically, like, this monster...
It was a cool episode, the Dynamo episode, the big, like, mech that they piloted.
That was a really cool one. Anything the mech involved... Old Cartoon Network mechs are very special to me in a weird way, you know?
This is a bit they kept doing.
Like the Powerpuff Girls had a mech. Dexter had like several mech episodes they got to do. They had like a kaiju episode.
Oh, I wasn't as into Dexter.
Oh, Dexter was cool. The weird
I think his voice bothered me actually.
Dexter has had 2 voice actors in the past. There was one from
One of them was more irritating than the other.
There's one from the first 2 seasons and one of the later seasons. You know, it's like halfway through Dexter, his body just kind of becomes a square, like his entire body. You know?
He did.
That was the Chris Savino era, basically, of Dexter. Chris Savino, in case if you recognize the name, is the creator of Loud House. And then he got kicked out of that show for being a bit of a weird creep.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, like it's very much there are 2 eras of Dexter, basically, the original era and the Chris Savino era, basically. I think both of them are good. I just think they have like different strengths.
Yeah.
The Chris Savino era tended to kind of like focus on like more adventures of like the entire family together, and also just like more stuff outside of just Dexter's lab. Whereas the original one was kind of just like Dexter and Dee Dee, and the parents are more a distraction than anything. Now, also, Savino was also one who like really popularized the idea that like Dexter is like keeping this whole thing a secret from his family.
Yeah.
So, like if his parents found out what he's doing, they'd probably punish him, and he wouldn't be able to experiment anymore. Which even in the end of the day, that didn't really like go anywhere, because there are several times where like the parents are involved in the wacky misadventures too. So like, it's selective, you know. It's also a cartoon. I'm not gonna hold too much animosity over that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about old Cartoon Network shows. Fusion Fall has done things to my brain. Samurai Jack is awesome. I don't need to say that. Ever watch Samurai Jack properly?
I actually did not.
You should. Even like season 5. Wait, so season 5 is very interesting.
Samurai Jack was on past my bedtime as a kid.
Yeah, it usually aired like late at night. I ended up watching Samurai Jack during that period I've mentioned to you before, where like I decided to like start picking what I want to watch on the internet, basically, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of watching Adventure Time and like regular show that was on TV, I would go like, I'm gonna watch Samurai Jack. And I would watch it online.
No, I was still watching TV. I think the once Steven Universe was a thing was when I hit that era of like watching things on my own. But then I just went straight into anime at that point.
Understandable. I wonder if the Steven Universe was a thing during Fusion Fall, if they make like a Steven Nano. That'd be neat.
Probably would have. Probably be like he would like heal you faster or something.
Like some of the nano. Think about the nanos in Fusion Fall are functioning like your character like your abilities in that game. Each nano has like a different ability that you like right click to use it, and some of them are like active abilities, others are passive. Like for example, I have like my number 2 nano basically like gives me like a speed boost, which is useful for like dealing like enemies who like only have melee attacks, or also just like getting around better. And Eddie
You
has
also
like
chose speed boost for number 2.
everyone chooses speed. Are you even playing?
Yeah, I just started it.
Hey, nice. Yeah, here's the thing. There's no way to get like the vehicles in the future
I tried to
section.
Google if anyone ever drew like Fusion Fall Steven Universe fan art, and I immediately just get like fusions, and it's like, oh fuck, I forgot.
Yeah. So like yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, there's
Sorry.
no way to like get to. No, you're fine. There's no way to like get like any of the vehicles in the future section Fusion Fall anymore. There used to be. I think this like fan server doesn't really have that. What I did basically is that once you hit level 4, which is after you get the Eduardo Nano, you can just go to the past. You don't need to do any of the missions.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just go to the past and pass already. Because like the past is like where the actual game is. Everything you were playing at this point is basically the prologue. Can't go back to the prologue, mind you. I did all the missions before. I'm literally I wanted to like completely clear out the past just because it's what I played as a kid, you know?
yeah. I was about to say, like, I'm realizing when I started, I was like, man, I barely did the tutorial as a kid. Like, I did not play very much of Fusion Fall. Clearly.
Yeah, the next nano you get is Eddie, which is Eddie. You're gonna want to get the healing one because you're gonna start dealing enemies with do a lot more damage.
I'm already having the problem with that where I have to like fucking like stand back and like sit in a corner for a second to wait for my health to regenerate.
Yeah, get Eddie. Abuse Jawbreaker Break as much as you can. It's one of the best ones. Here's the thing, Eddie also used that. They also changed up some of the abilities and rebalanced some things. And I realized Eddie didn't have his speed boost because he had one too.
Oh.
Another thing, go to like the store, like one of the stores, and buy these like nano potions to refuel their stamina as much as you can.
Mm-mm.
Especially useful for the number 2 one, so you can always be schmoovin'. You're gonna need it.
Oh yeah, no, like Buttercup runs out of like stamina in like 2 seconds. Use her twice and she dies.
I realize they lose like a big chunk of stamina when you use their ability too. So I noticed that too. Yeah.
Does Buttercup have a passive, or does only number 2 have a passive?
Certain abilities are passive, certain abilities aren't. But the Buttercup's is just her stun ability. That's the one I picked for, at least. What do you pick?
But she doesn't have a passive. She's just like the active ability. I see.
Yeah. Yeah. The 4 fusions you get in the past are Buttercup, number 2, Eddie, and Eduardo. The funny lineup.
Oh.
This fan server also
Eddie,
has like. Sorry, go ahead.
Eddie looks so cursed in the Fusion Brawl style.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of him. Eddie just looks weird.
I don't know how I would draw him in a more realistic style. To be fair, like. I guess he has to be bald, doesn't he?
With little three. Eddie has the same problem a character named Jimmy 5 has in terms of like thing. Okay, so in Brazil, there's this one like famous comic called Monica's Game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the characters is named Jimmy 5.
5 like the number?
Yeah, like Jimmy 5, like the number. They call him that way because in English, because I'm gonna put it in voice, he has these little 5 tufts of hair on top of his head.
Oh yeah.
In Portuguese, he's just called Cebolinha because his head kind of looks like an onion. So like little onion, basically.
I mean, isn't that the same thing with like Charlie Brown, where like they keep making Charlie Brown bald, even though he's not technically supposed to be?
Yeah, he's supposed to have like a luscious mane of hair. But like, no, the idea is that he only has 5 hairs on his head. Like, that's not like a stylistic thing. He only has 5 hairs on his head. Like, it's spoken specifically in the text of the comic. He only has 5 hairs on his head.
Oh no.
So that made it
How do
very
you articulate that?
So that made it very awkward when they did like the more serious, like older versions of the characters for like another comic they have, literally called like called old jovem in Portuguese, so like old, but like older versions of the character basically. How do you make him older but still keep his silhouette the same? You kind of just do that.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's kind of the
Johnny
only
5.
Jimmy 5.
Or Jimmy 5.
Or as he likes to call himself in this universe, James.
Oh no, I'm thinking of fucking Short Circuit Johnny 5. What the fuck?
Yeah, good old Jimmy.
No, disassemble.
Yeah, like inevitably you're gonna go into. I feel like Double D and Ed translate into the style a bit better. Eddie kind of struggled because like Ed at the very least, like Ed and Double D have like clear like differentiation between their head and their head and their rest of their torso, you know, rest of their body.
Yeah.
Ed less. Ed Double D the most. Ed more or less, but like at the very least, like you can tell like an obvious difference between his like where his like shoulders are supposed to be and where his head is, you know.
Yeah. I
Eddie-
guess because like Ed having like a weak chin just like suits his silhouette a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
No.
Eddie looks like he's just kind of a square.
Yeah, he is. I'm like looking at like their like just like the normal version. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would draw this. I'm not sure what Eddie's hair is like meant to invoke actually.
What time is it? 9:47. Yeah, time to do the line art. It's a bit more complicated piece too. So I'm not, and we have been talking a lot, so I'm not surprised it's taking me a bit longer.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that I'm taking my time at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you a song. I don't normally send songs because I know you don't really listen to music, but have this song.
That was the music on my off time, but let me hear it. You better be good, don't disappoint me. And it's in my room.
I'm sorry.
Funky.
Give it a minute.
I'm scared now.
There are lyrics, I promise.
This is certainly a song. The lyrics are... What am I listening to, Jesse? What are you doing on for me?
They're unionizing. Okay, I'm gonna hop out. Enjoy the ants in your room.
Thank you. See you later, Jesse.
Goodbye.
Just me now. And we got about half an hour till we finish the stream. Let's see if we can finish up the line art and do the background. Why not? Let's try by. Hi, Sen. Thank you kindly for popping in. Much appreciated. and do this part of the line art and leave the actual speed lines on the second layer like I did with the base body. Perfect. Give me a second. I'm gonna look something real quickly. I didn't check. Thank you, lunatic. Alrighty. Gonna stop here for a night. And right in time, it's 10:25. Not bad at all, I say. Let me tweak the speed trail a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm entirely sold with it on quite yet. Ah, that exploded. Why did I... completely fucked that up. Alrighty. Now we're done. Run time too. Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Pretty much short and sweet, just working on art today. I hope you all enjoyed. No, wait. I see one tiny thing I must hit. That explains. I probably messed up here with the line, didn't I? I did, actually. Oh, wait, I'm clipping to the line. Okay, makes sense. Wait. Oh, that's not part. That's part of the background. I'm an idiot. All right, that works. Oh, that'll make more sense when I get the coloring done. Yeah, folks, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for watching, everyone. And remember to always be cool and